I thought it was a different country or at least a different state or something. Like never before in my lifetime what I expect to see.
Welcome. We are back with
hello.
We are back, y'all. It's the Out of the Berg podcast. As you heard, Dave and my boy Chris.
What's up?
They stay here with me.
We're
back.
I couldn't see it, but I felt the little right here. You know, I couldn't see it on camera, but I felt it.
Yeah, we right here, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
We're right here, but yeah, man. We've had an interesting week, bro. Very interesting week. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I always do every week. I'm gonna ask y'all, how's it going?
It's all right. It's cool. I just had to drop the money for my online class. That hurt me internally.
Oh yeah, I feel that.
I saw that money disappear from my account and just tears. But it's cool. That's what it is.
That's how I feel when I pay my rent. I know.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that Scarface reference when he's sitting in the tub and everybody's leaving him and he's just like, I work hard for this. I work hard for, talking about his abode and how he don't need nobody. He's sitting there throwing money and everything. It's like, I don't need you. I don't need nobody.
Yeah.
No, one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. How's it going for you, Wave?
It's been going. Doing stuff, surviving.
I feel you. It's just survival of the fittest out here. COVID is still raging rampant. I hope when Biden is sworn in, we go on a whole lockdown again because it's just cases are just surging still.
Yeah, I heard he was talking about lockdown for a few months as soon as he gets sworn in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably gonna have to be honest. Like,
yeah, it's
just to get it back to where it was.
Yeah, it's like at this point we can't make predictions about that type of stuff. Like, cause we try to predict like, hey, summertime it'll go, but it's just like just stay in the house, get the vaccine, and it'll just it'll hold. Hopefully, hopefully. But yeah, today's episode, man, we're gonna get into what happened this week. We all know what we're about to talk about. But before that, we're gonna get into some other things. Some stuff that happened, other stuff that happened this week. Concerning Dre. Hopefully he's doing all right. Hip hop legend
with him.
Yeah.
Hip hop legend. But before we get into the Dre thing or even what the madness in DC, this week I decided to do like a this or that versus fantasy, matchups. Keisha Cole and Ashanti are going next. Actually,
hey,
I got Ashanti in that, but I'm gonna pull up some of the potential fantasy ones that I made. Well, first off, when I pulled up the Ashanti versus Keisha Cole one. Ashanti got that pretty easily.
You said what?
Ashanti got that one. Like she won that 67.
But personally, I voted for Keisha Cole. Just Keisha Cole. Personally,
I get it. It's one of those ones. I feel like I only picked Ashanti because I think when it comes to like features,
yeah,
that's where she will just catch Keisha Cole.
Yeah,
honestly, that Ja Rule. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I picked Ashanti. But if it goes song for song, they match up so very well. Yeah. Like they match up very well. Ashanti and Keisha Cole have so many breakup songs.
They put you in your feelings.
Real quick.
Female anthems, man. Glad I don't have a girlfriend for that, man. She's gonna be mad at you for no reason. But yeah, I mean that's one that's supposed to happen. But Keisha got that. I know I did this one, and this one was probably the most the one I probably shouldn't have even tried, but I did anyway. Beyonce and Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I don't know what you was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know what you was thinking.
Yeah.
Mary J. cool. Mary J. Blige cool, but she not Beyonce.
You see,
I mean, okay. Beyonce already what? She didn't do anything this year, and she got 9 Emmy nominations already.
Yeah. See, I was thinking, I'm more when I did this one. I'm thinking because in the '90s, Mary J. Blige was Beyonce in the '90s, so I was just thinking like, you know what I'm saying? If they did go, who would win? Because I personally, that's a toss up for me. You dig? Mary J. Blige got some. I don't know about everybody else.
Wrong. Mary J. Blige got some, but she's not going to win against Beyonce.
Beehive too powerful. I found
too powerful. There's no world. There's no world where she. I'm sorry, yeah. I hate to say, but there's nowhere where she wins. You know.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's a toss up. But I know the poll was 71 to 29%.
See, even that's not surprising. It was that close.
Yeah. It was. I really think when it comes to that, like I said, it's a generational thing because I was just thinking 90s versus today.
Honestly, Beyonce been holding it down for close to 25 years now.
Holding it down for that.
I mean, Mary J about the same.
Has it been 25 years for Beyonce?
No, Beyonce was like 90.
I believe so.
Late 90s, so like 90. Like 98.
It was like 90. 98. Okay, I'm thinking
98, 97, 98. Well, yeah, around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, she wasn't like, Beyonce came from the girl group Destiny's Child, and she blew up her solo. Mary J was always solo, and her music is like more anthems and like female, I'm hurt. Beyonce's more universal. So when I was, and Beyonce could dance. So when I was doing it, I was just thinking, this would be, but you know, I was wrong.
No, hey, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I was wrong. But that was what. Now, that
if you had put like and just if you want to do like a huge generation type thing where it'd be different, like you put in like a Gladys Knight or somebody or Patti LaBelle, you trying to do a huge generation type gap thing. I could see that. Now, that granted, like in today's world, they would lose because it's Beyonce.
It's like
but like if it was like if we were to like divide up by generation to generation, then I feel like that you like of course like our audience we're gonna get like strict more Beyonce, but if we put out like this, I don't know, across generations, if we had a broader audience that spanned generations, that I feel like that something like that'd be a little bit closer.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And again, no offense to Mary J. Blige or anything, but it's just like I feel like if they weren't so close in eras, you know, it'd be different.
Yeah, honestly. And plus, what is it? Beyonce has kind of like been lasting a little bit longer, you know, as far as
Mary J. was like 90s, 2000s, early last decade. It wasn't really much for Mary J. I think she got to a point where it's like, I don't need to, you know. But Beyonce, she keep going, man.
Oh yeah, and she's going to keep going.
She's going to keep going. So yeah, but
to be honest, I don't see her stopping at all. At all. Yeah. She probably Blue Ivy probably be college age before she retired.
Yeah. I kind of got in trouble with my cousin's wife. Shout out to her. She was on me about that. She was like, "Ain't gonna be Beyonce. That's good." yeah. Shout out to her, Kevin, Megan. Shout out to them. But this one, the next one I did, kind of controversial because the guy that I put in this poll is kind of in some heat with stuff he allegedly, I won't say allegedly, but stuff he did.
Yeah. He did. He did do that.
Usher and R. Kelly. If we just take your personal feelings out, people. I know I said R. Kelly. We do not promote that type of stuff on this podcast. But straight off of music, What do you guys think?
Straight off of music, I mean, just personally, I was like my family. We listened to a lot more Usher growing up, just personally. And then even if you say that, like just thinking about all the things that were said about R. Kelly back in the day, which turned out to be true. It was, but it was a joke back then. You know, it was just I never really felt a strong appeal to him except for like a banger here or there. You know.
Okay. What you think, Gabe?
Yeah, honestly, the same. What was it? I really liked R. Kelly growing up, but just like, I mean, R. Kelly kind of fell off, after the incident, which he's still fighting. Yeah. So I just feel like Usher on this one.
Yeah. Usher? Though I will say that for the most part, R. Kelly's features, when R. Kelly features on a song, I feel like I like those way more than when Usher features on a song. Yeah. And no offense to Usher, I just feel like R. Kelly's just like that flavor enhancer to everything that just doesn't make anything go bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. Cause for me, both of these dudes are playing in my household.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, if we just talking hits and music, I may have to lean with R. Kelly. Cause even though he's a disgusting man, when it comes to making R&B, especially like passionate, like for the females, and even just like songs about like the world's strong. What's the song he did for the Muhammad Ali? The World's Greatest song, like stuff like that. He's so good. Like I Believe I Can Fly. He's so good. But then Usher, man, he just got classics too, man. It's like you can't go wrong either or. But then you said R. Kelly with the features too.
Yeah. His features are legendary. I don't know about R. Kelly feature.
I don't know too many.
You're not wrong.
Usher don't have that many features. I can't think, but if we're talking longevity, Usher definitely has lasted longer.
Yeah.
And that's because I think that it's because of the BS, the rumors,
Usher started younger too, though, Danny.
Yeah, Usher started way younger. They actually started like around the same time, like 92, 93, yeah.
True.
But Usher didn't like blow up initially. He blew up like later.
Yeah.
But honestly, you can't go wrong with any of them. I personally right now, I'm bumping more Usher, and that's because R. Kelly is just a,
creep.
yeah. I can't like, it's good music, but when you know the stories behind that music, it takes away. But yeah, Usher won that one 67-33. But let me
make sense.
That's a landslide.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip 50 Cent in the game because 50 Cent got that easy. Easy. I'm gonna skip that one. Now this one was interesting. Timbaland and Pharrell, the Neptunes. I personally picked Timbaland.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys?
I probably say Timbaland too. Yeah, definitely Timbaland. And no offense against Pharrell here either, because he's hit maker, But it's just Timbaland just be all over the place.
Yeah. But this one was hard. Honestly, they're damn near the same to me. I'll pick both of them.
Yeah,
but
both from VA, right?
Yeah, they're from VA. They're from Virginia Beach, and they're actually cousins, I think.
That's crazy.
Long distance cousins, yeah.
That's crazy.
To me, those two, they're my top two favorite producers, Timbaland and Pharrell. So it's either or for me. But like Timbaland has his production style is just so
unique,
and it's kind of like Outkast. You see, Outkast is just weird.
Yep.
And cool. Timbaland is weird and cool. That's why I go with Tim. Just by a little, but Pharrell's also weird and cool.
But in a different way, though.
Yeah, in a different way. Yeah. So honestly, man, I love both of them. But I would just by a teeny bit go Timbaland.
Yeah. No, you probably gotta be kind of weird though. Kind of weird to like just be like a musical genius or a genius of any kind. you know, because you're thinking different than most people do.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're so eccentric, the both of them.
Yeah. What do you think, Abe?
Just to be different, Pharrell. For the most part, I like Justin, but like I still get like flashbacks of what was it in NYC or NSYNC or something. I just can't do it.
No.
Oh, he's talking about like he's talking about Timberland, not Timberlake.
Oh,
Timberland.
Look, I'm in the wrong place. Don't mind me. Forget what I said. It's never happened.
But that's cool. It's cool. But you was picking Pharrell. That dude's happy, man.
He makes good stuff. He's just a little out there. I mean, I've seen the way he dressed when walking down the street, just going to coffee. Like, what are you doing?
sometimes I'm like, but dog, you know, you say that, but like, he's made songs with the roughest, toughest people. Like he does songs with Busta Rhymes.
Out there
with Nori, Mystical. Sometimes I'm like, how did that work? Like, how did this?
And I feel like he's just like the same way all the time.
Yeah,
it's like you know what you're gonna get when you see him.
Yeah,
you know what this was. Stop playing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's for Timbo and Pharrell. VA, we here, but some other super producers, bro. Dre and Puff Diddy. This like, and I'm not, because I know when we mention this, some people will say, "Oh, Diddy the rapper." No. We're talking Diddy, the guy that like produced songs for people.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying. And Dre, this one's another one we could have a toss up. I'm gonna lean with Dre because I feel he's made more classic hip hop.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dre because you know NWA. I was a fan of them since I was little.
I'm
going to remain undecided.
I mean, I don't blame you. Puff, this is the guy that discovered Biggie.
Yeah.
So I don't blame. It's like for me, but it's just like when it comes to Dre has what's it called? You said NWA. That's Ice Cube, Eazy-E.
Mm-hmm.
After that, it was what Snoop, Dogg Pound, Tupac.
Yep.
After that, Eminem, 50 Cent, The Game. After that, Kendrick Lamar. Tell me anyone in the history of hip hop that can say they had all these people and make classic albums. Nobody.
Honestly, he basically is the history of hip hop with all those.
He is. I just gave you a timeline from the 80s to now.
Yeah.
So Dre, he's the king for me. But we'll go back to Dre. But last one for the versus matchups. This one was very interesting too. Jodeci and Boyz II Men. Who y'all wrong with?
I'm gonna have to rock Jodeci.
Undecided here, Abe?
Boyz II Men. I can't.
Boyz II Men?
Boyz II Men. Like after I saw what was it, that stupid like documentary, I was like, I understand your plight. For you. Like, I could like all of it. I love the story, you know.
I'm gonna have to roll with Jodeci.
Really?
I'm gonna roll with Jodeci.
Now that was surprising. I thought it was gonna be the minority.
Oh no, dog. I'm a Jodeci. Jodeci is my favorite R&B group. They make R&B.
Or Peter.
Yeah, like Peter would like this type of R&B because it's like it's dudes that dress like hip hop guys that talk that smooth stuff on a record. That's why I like them. And they're not the dudes that you would expect to date your daughter.
Nah.
Boyz II Men are. The Boyz II Men are like the good guys in R&B, and Jodeci's like the bad guys in a sense, if you look at it. But Jodeci, to me, they have way smoother R&B than Boy. I love Boyz II Men. Let It Snow, I'll Make Love to You, To End of the Road, classics. But yeah, I can't. Jodeci's my favorite group.
Yeah, no. And even I forget which one he said, but Cisco said he was even influenced by them, like Casey and JoJo.
Wow.
Cisco, no disrespect, he's a bootleg.
I was listening to him say, he said that's what he was going for. Someone told him he sounded like a bootleg. I think it was Casey. Said,
Casey, he's a bootleg
Casey. And he said, well, he took that as like a super high compliment because that's honestly what he was going for.
Dog, the way they say yeah is the same.
Mm-hmm. He literally said he said that's what he modeled his everything after.
Yeah, man. Speaking of Cisco, we're gonna transition to the Dr. Dre thing in a moment. But speaking of Cisco, Kevin on stage.
Yep, you saw that too.
That's hilarious. First of all, Kevin on stage, he killed that.
He did.
He killed that. That was hilarious. But for Cisco to come on there and say he actually liked it was another. So I saw that to them, man. That was a moment. That was funny.
Yeah.
But we'll transition to the news with Dre. He had a brain what's it called?
Aneurysm?
Yeah, he had a brain aneurysm.
Aneurysm.
55.
Yeah. Do you know what that is? That's stress and a divorce. That's what that is.
Yeah.
But what do you guys first of all, how did you guys react when y'all saw it or heard about it?
I was kind of shook at first because I remember they were saying like it was a while ago, well, not too long ago, but Biz Markie had a brain aneurysm, I think. So at first I thought people were like mixing it up somehow or another, just like Biz Markie, but then they were like Dre, and I'm just like, hold on, is it both of them, or is this something that just happened? So I had to go on a little deep dive and find out that Dre also had a brain aneurysm, and I was just kind of like taken back for a sec. I was just thinking like he's not really that old, per se, and he just, I guess like what you said, like all the stress he's had from this divorce, and I'm sure other external factors, just building up on him.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, what about you, Abe?
I was just reading it as something else in the newspaper. Honestly, I was like, "Oh man, Dr. Dre's had an aneurysm." I'm just glad he's okay.
Yeah. When I first saw it, first of all, Instagram is one of the
platforms. Stop getting news from Instagram.
No, it's not. It's just like it pops up.
Yeah,
I can't do like.
Yeah, I'll be on that. That's why I had to look it up because I also saw it on Instagram.
Yeah,
I'm like, that doesn't feel right.
It popped up because like I think was it Premier, DJ Premier? He posted like, "Yo, Dr. Dre, keep your head up." I'm like, what? And I Google it. He's like, "Yo, you suffered the brain aneurysm." I'm like, last year around this time we lost Kobe. I'm like, nah, man, not again, not again. So I was a little shook because if you know me, we was just talking about Dre not too long ago. Dude is like the Michael Jordan of hip hop. Like he's that. Like look at what we wear. Look at what I'm wearing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he's that guy. So when I heard that, I was like, yo, dog, no, we're not losing you. Not now. Nope. So I was shook. I was shook as well. And I do think it's the divorce because honestly, after he's recovering, but I heard recently he's gonna pay his wife $2 million a month.
That's crazy.
Spousal support. Yeah. So it's like I feel him. You know what I'm saying? That stress and dealing with all that is getting to him. So we on this podcast hope he's doing well. He's a legend, and please make it through. We need you, Doc. But in other news, there was Chris, you brought this up. What's dude's name? Lakeith.
Oh, Lakeith Stanfield.
Apparently, what was he in? A clubhouse thing?
Yeah, it was a clubhouse in the moaning room.
Yeah.
What Clubhouse is for everybody else.
Clubhouse is like it's a networking app. I think you have to get invited on that.
You do. You have to be invited.
Clubhouse, man. I've been trying to get on that for like 2-3 weeks to network and help out this podcast. But
you guys could also help us. Spread it to your friends and family.
Yeah, it's basically like a network. They speak to. There's like a lot of speeches on there. There's been a lot of discussions on there. It's kind of interesting. I remember last month they punked academics. Nice. Meek Mill, 21 Savage, and Tory were all having a conversation about different things. Well, yeah, basically they have like cultural conversations on there, but for some reason, Lakeith wanted to be in the Moaning Room. I don't know what's up with all that. Apparently, or was it for $300?
For $300,
just about.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that. I mean, he's an actor. He gets paid a lot of money. I guess maybe he was just trolling because in this day and age, people like to do things to headlines. That's the only thing I could think.
Yeah, and I mean, like I don't necessarily know what his contracts look like or how much money he's actually being paid or whatever. I mean, but I do assume he has a decent chunk of change since we know his name, and I don't even really watch TV like that or anything, watch movies like that, But I feel like I mean I don't know. I guess that'd be a quick way to do because I don't think everybody who's in there was getting $300. I think you had to win the $300, and I don't know what debts or whatever he has. To which he had to put this $300 for, or if it was just $300, so he just wanted it. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I don't think he thought that through when he did it.
Yeah, you see, you know what this reminds me of? I think last year there was a story about the dude that did Joanna Man?
Yeah,
he was in a grocery line, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what he says. He said he was in the line so long, and he didn't want to be in the line. So he walked out with the groceries. And I'm like, bro, that's cap. Like, you can wait. Like, you could just be real and say you can't afford to. So, and he's an actor too. So I don't know if they get to a point where they get into a drought, especially that we're in COVID.
Yeah.
Where they need some money. But that is kind of sad. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, for like people like actors, I feel like at least for the higher known ones, like they might get like bigger checks, but then work might not come as often either. For someone like him, like he might be like typecasted into like a role where he has to be like something like Joanna Man-esque. Not necessarily like not you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't necessarily have to be like a Joanna Man character, but something similar to that probably.
Like a Shanae.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully, he could do better because I remember him. What movie was he in? Get Out. He did his thing. He played the dude that was had the flash in his eye and.
Okay, yeah.
He played that dude. You're right. Yeah, he was also in the Straight Outta Compton movie. He played Snoop.
Yeah.
So hopefully he could do better. But speaking of doing better. The baby, what are we doing here, man?
All right. Just to clear it up, homeboy didn't have a weapon on him. It was his friend, bodyguard, associate.
Yeah, they got him by association.
Yeah. They were all in the same car, and they come out of a jewelry store together, and they received a tip or whatnot. But police showed up. There's about 5 of them, and they were detaining people.
Okay. So he was
arrest. It was just, I'm gonna hold you outside the car while we investigate.
Okay. TMZ didn't purport it. TMZ made it look like he had a handgun on him. So thanks for the clip.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, but that's how they're gonna get you,
Thanks for the clarity.
And they gotta make it look bad.
Thanks for the clarity. But I mean, the baby's one of those dudes. I just I'm a fan of his movement. I don't want to see him in trouble, man.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see him in trouble. And he's been moving out here for the past 2 years. He's been moving out here doing his thing, And you see his girl? Danny Lay?
Oh, they're together? I didn't know.
Wait, he's with Danny Lay now?
Yeah.
Huh.
I had seen where they were talking about rumors a while ago. I didn't know they're actually together or not.
Yeah, they were they were together then, but they didn't reveal it. It's official now, but
yeah.
Shout out to the baby, man. Dawson Brothers are winning out here. You know I had to throw that out there. But speaking of people that have just been out here, yeah, we have to get to the apparently this week, some Trump supporters decided to take things in their own hands and, take justice and law in their own hands and invade the Capitol building.
Which is crazy. I honestly I know they were he said he had a militia that would come for him, but I didn't think he meant destroy invade the Capitol. Never in my mind did that come together.
Yeah, the thing that got me the most was they've been putting up with this man's rhetoric for 4 years, and he's inciting a mob, and he's doing everything else, and this is what happens,
And the crazy, it's open. He's not hiding it at all.
At all.
It's like he's literally saying the words to incite everything that's happening. It's not concealed. There's no hidden secret language. He's literally saying word for word what he wants them to do, and that's what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What was your first thoughts when you saw it?
I thought it was a different country, or at least a different state or something. Never before in my lifetime would I expect to see a mob running up on a Capitol building. And the problem is the Capitol building's always been free and open to the public. You can come in and watch, not really watch, but you can look around and have tour guides and stuff. But it's just the fact that it's a disgrace to not democracy, but just to our institutions and what we value and everything else. People are iconoclasts at the end of the day, and they still it bothers me. It bothers me that this happened here on our country.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? What was your first thoughts?
My first thought was, and I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Idiocracy, but I thought this was a clip from there. Because it's been a while. I was just like, oh, that looks like some type of dumb little parody movie. That might be Idiocracy. And then I saw the little the little news bars that be underneath and stuff, and the CNN tag on it. I was because I walked in there with my dad. I just assumed he was watching a movie, and then I saw that this is. Then I asked him what is this? Are they taking a clip from a movie or something? What's happening? It's that's something that's actually happening right now. And that's crazy to me. I was lost for words. I didn't even know how to express it, because that didn't seem like something that could happen.
Yeah, I mean,
something we were all aware of the Black Lives Matters protest that happened. Those guys were out in front of the street,
in number,
in front of the White House. They didn't even if they wanted to, they couldn't have gotten close. Those guys went inside. They were inside. They went inside people's offices.
Stole government property.
Yes.
A couple of them assaulted security personnel.
They killed two of the officers there.
Yeah, I heard. And then they're wondering why they're getting shot at, and it's just what would you expect people to do their jobs?
Yeah, but and even then it wasn't nearly as severe as the protest this summer, and that was literally an attack on the Capitol. It was literally an attack on the Capitol. I'm gonna say it one more time because it's so appalling to me, but it was literally an attack on the Capitol.
Yes.
Yeah. My first thoughts when I saw this, honestly, how YouTube has the news on there. I saw Trump fans protesting at Capitol. So I saw that and I was just like, just some angry Trump white fans having a temper tantrum. I did not know that they went inside the building. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know that at all. I was just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
About 30 minutes after that, my aunt called me from London. And she's like, oh, you see what's happening? And I'm like, not really. But she's in London and she knows I live in the DC area. So she's like, she's kind of calling me just to ask me, what's happening. As we're talking, I go to my laptop on because I'm working, my laptop, and they said there's a
insurrection.
No, they didn't say that. They said there's a lockdown in DC for the rest of the day. And I'm like, what? And then I checked my Instagram and then the photos I saw. the photos I saw of what these people were doing. Now, I know we have stereotypes about other people, and I'm not even going to bring the race thing or the political thing in this, but I saw a man hanging on the top of like the
he was in the
section,
not
like an orangutan.
Yeah. He was
One
climbing
dude
down. There's 2 levels to the aquarium.
I saw them climbing up the walls like zoo animals and stuff. Literally, I'm not even trying to be funny about this.
Yeah, no, I know. When you said that, I literally knew the picture in my head.
When you see the pictures, you're like, are these like really? Are we like, what's going on here? And then, if I have to tell my kids, right, a picture that describes white privilege, it is that picture of that man in the House of Representatives office. He is sitting there like this.
Yeah, when he's in Nancy Pelosi's office.
Yeah.
Like this. Yep. Comes out of the building and then brags about doing it. If that ain't white privilege, my brother, I don't know what is, man. This, for me, I was just sitting back and I was just like, yeah, let them. It is what it is, man. Why these Trump white people? There's something off about them, man. Really, there's something wrong with them. Like, you can't. Like, I get like, because in other countries it's like, oh, we feel like, you know, the election wasn't fair, but at the end of the day, you have to let due process go forward.
Mm-hmm.
When Obama was elected, I didn't see McCain fans doing this.
In fact, he preached against it.
Exactly. Every other Republican.
I mean, it's not even Republicans at this point, but let's keep out the political.
Yeah. My bad. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to put it in the political thing, but like every other, you know what I'm saying? This never happened. So I'm just like, what's the appeal? Just because he's Trump and
it's a personality cult at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's just that's what I'm saying.
But it's just like it's like you literally cannot write this stuff. Like if it was in a movie, we would say this is bad writing. That he's literally just saying stuff and they're just doing it. Like that sucks. But then it's like what they say. Like reality is often stranger than fiction because that's literally what happened. They literally did that. Like when they were the thing that happened in Michigan where they stormed the Capitol and they were going to capture
they were going to take
governor.
Governor
Hostage. They did that because he was like, yeah, lock them all up, lock her up. So they were going to do it. They learned. So it's not like it's a secret that they literally know that they will do anything he says.
Yeah,
literally.
And back to what Avery, you said, like a personality thing. I also think it's the behavior. You dig? Because it's like the things that they choose to rebel against don't make no sense. Last year, they were rebelling against wearing masks. They were rebelling against going to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, it's like, and then not to make it a black or white thing or whatever, because we all know it's really a behavioral thing, but black people, we've only just asked for fairness. That's it. Fairness. and then you see the difference between asking for fairness and then some people rioting to keep unfairness.
And then the words they even like use to describe them, they like I mean, depending on what you're watching, like I saw CNN, so they weren't describing them this way, but when I was on, I want to say Twitter, I saw parts of somebody's tweets. I can't remember who this person was, but they were calling them patriots. They called them patriots. I forget who it was. I want to say Donald Trump Jr., but it was.
Technically, they're not wrong if you look at the definition of patriotism.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, people who did far less, over the summer, BLM, were called thugs. They were called miscreants and all these other hurtful and terrible things, and they were the cause is completely different. One cause was this cause was something that happened due to like the American people all coming together and voting for it. The other cause is something that was just like due to like just like systemic racism and all other things just built up, and everybody came together and said, "Hey, we're having enough. We've had enough. It's been happening far too long." And the one that they personally shoot down is the one where the people are saying, or I'm mixing up my words because I'm passionate. Mad. Passionate. We feel you, man. It's just. I really don't even know how to describe it in words. Like we literally had people die to cause this revolution. No one for the BLM. Mm-hmm. And I know it didn't start over the summer. BLM's been happening for a while now. And it's just we had our huge protest over the summer. But the pure comparison over Joe Biden being elected as the presidential candidate instead of Donald Trump is, and then they take this such huge drastic action and aren't even reprimanded for it is
ridiculous. And then
I can't even say it.
Another thing I have to call out here. I remember those same people said Blue Lives Matter. All of a sudden, it didn't really matter, did it?
Didn't matter that much.
I know, but I have to, sorry, I just have to say it. Well, because I am being real here. If a black man tried to do some of the stuff that y'all did to the police,
he wouldn't have made it to the front door.
Okay. Yeah. We need to change these stereotypes. That's another thing. But yeah, I mean, this has been heavy, on this the whole week. We've had everybody respond to this. From LeBron James to NBA, they nailed Shaq. I've heard everybody's giving an opinion on this. And it really is sad that we start off the year like this. I honestly don't think this is a representation of Americans. This is a representation of a certain base. But I'm gonna give Bozo of the week, but it's not gonna be what you guys think it is. I'm not gonna listen. Bozo of the week honestly could go to everybody that went to Capitol Hill, but it's going to the ones that snitched on themselves. I don't listen, man. When you do something stupid, at least be smart about. Well, I can't really say that because if you do something stupid,
stupid
you're gonna
as
stupid is. But for me to go up in there, record yourself and say, "Hey, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, and I went and I took this." If this was a rapper, what would be?
I mean, the like criminals were smart.
But it's just like whenever I see people do that, I'm like, man, if you're gonna do something like that, at least just like do it and just go away. Don't do that to yourselves. And to people out there, if you know some of these names, tell. Do us a favor and tell, because these people cannot get away.
Because that was terrorism. to be completely honest, yes. They literally stormed our Capitol. They stormed. Yes. I keep saying that because it's still.
Yeah.
They literally did something that has not been done for 100 years, over 100 years now, and we're met with little to no resistance. Basically, walked out safe.
Yeah. All right. So we've talked about this, for a fair amount of time. So, Bozo of the week goes to you guys, to basically everybody that was involved in this, including whatever his name. Y'all get it. And that's what that is. Behave. You know what I'm saying? Behave.
Honestly.
Behave. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode of the pod. We've had a fun time giving you content this week. I do want to, this wasn't in the script, but I want everybody out there, If you haven't watched it, please go watch Cobra Kai. I'm told
Netflix now.
Yeah. I'm told everybody.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah, dog. It's a great show. If you watch Karate Kid, they basically spun it off very well. So yeah, just that's a Netflix suggestion for the people. I'm not usually a TV person, but go watch that if you can. But yeah, that is the show for today. You will see our pretty faces on YouTube at 3:15 on Monday. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know, tell us what you think. You can catch us on all podcast services. I think we're now on SoundCloud now.
We are.
Pandora, we're working on that.
Trying.
Yeah, our social media page is Out of the Berg on Instagram, Out of the Berg Pod on Twitter. My personal IG is at Kofi Peter _ on Twitter and IG. Yeah.
You can find me, Avery, at capital KOOPA on IG.
And you can find me at Big Chris _57 on Twitter, and Chris Kelly _57. No, it's Chris Kelly 57 on IG.
Yeah. Hope we gave you a great show. Stay black, stay woke, and behave out there. Everybody.
Please.
Behave.
Bye.
You know who you are. Behave.